This is part 2 of this tutorial about how to draw a floor plan using ArchiCAD 26, and I'm going to begin by showing you how to insert doors in a floor plan. Under Design, drop down to Door tool, double click on it, and this will pop up. We are going to select this type of door. This is it. Click on it, and let's begin entering settings for the door. Under Preview and Positioning, type 2400 millimeters as the height. Under Hinged Door Settings, for the door leaf, select that. For the handle, select this. Under Opening Type, enter that. For the frame, select that. And for the detail level, enter that. Click on this part and select Model Attributes. Under Frame, Leaf and Sash Surfaces, check that box and select this. For the floor plan and section, these are the settings. For the dimension marker, select that. These are the settings for classification and properties. Click once in your wall to insert your door, and you can change the position by dragging your mouse. Let's position it there. Now let's view our door in 3D, and this is how it looks like. Now let's change our door settings and select black and click OK. And that is how it looks like. Now let's continue inserting doors, and you're going to insert a door here. Under Design, drop down to Door tool, and you are going to select this type of door. Under Preview and Positioning, change the height to 2400 millimeters, and for the door leaf, select this. For the handle, select that, and for the model attributes, change them to this color, and then click OK. Click once in the wall to insert your door and position it by dragging your mouse. Click on it, right click and drag your mouse to position the door on that point. Now let's view our door in 3D. Now let's insert other doors. Let's insert our doors here. Under Design, drop down to Door tool, and you're going to select this door. Under Preview and Positioning, that's the height. For hinged door settings, select that. For the handle, select that. Under Model Attributes, select that and click OK. Click on the wall to insert your door. Let's view our progress in 3D, and this is how it will look like. Now let's insert other types of doors. Select this door, type 2400 millimeters. For this, select that and that. For the model attributes, select that and click OK. Now let's insert another door in our laundry room, and we're going to select empty door opening. Select that, change the height to 2400 millimeters and click OK, and insert that door here. Now let's view our progress in 3D, and this is how it looks like. Next, we'll be inserting a door here. Click on Door tool and select Sliding Doors, and you're going to select this. Change the height to 2400 millimeters. For this, select that. For the handle, choose that. And then for the model attributes, select this and click OK and insert it here. And this is how it will look like in 3D. Now let's proceed with the next step, which will be about inserting windows in our floor plan. So this is our progress in 3D. Under Design, on your left side, drop down to Window tool. But let's begin by drawing a slab before we insert our windows. So click on the slab tool. Under Geometry and Positioning, change the thickness to 150 millimeters. Select that. For the reference plane, choose that. Under Floor Plan and Section, select those settings. Under model, these are the override services, and you're going to select white rough stucco. These are the structural and analytical parameters, and these are the settings, classification and properties, and then click OK. At the top, under geometry method, select that. Click on this point to begin drawing your slab. Click on this other point, on this point, on this other point, on this point of our floor plan, and follow the instructions as shown on the screen, and then click on the point that we started. Let me adjust this part. Now let's view our slab in 3D. And this is how our floor slab looks like. Now let's move to the next step about inserting windows. Here, under design, drop down to window tool, double click on it, and this will pop up. You're going to select special window, and then you're going to choose curved window. Under preview and positioning, for the width type 2000 millimeters, for the height type 1400 millimeters. For special window settings, under frame and sashes, select model attributes, check that box, and then select that. Click on this part. For sash options, type or enter grid settings. For the pane numbers, under vertically and horizontally, type 3 and 3. For the width, type 50, and for the thickness, type 50. These are the floor plan and section settings. And these are the dimension marker settings, and then click OK. So click once in the wall to insert your window and choose that direction. Let's view our window in 3D, and this is how it looks like. Click on it, click on window selection settings, and let's make some changes. Under sash options, let's change the thickness to 25 millimeters, and this is how it will look like after making that change. Click on ground floor, and now let's insert windows in other rooms. Under design, drop down to window tool, And then let's change the thickness to 25 and 25 and click OK. For the pane numbers, change them to 2 horizontally and vertically, and click on this point to insert a window. Insert a window here. Insert another window here. Insert another one here. Let's view our windows in 3D, and this is how they will look like. So that's our progress so far. Let's save our progress. Under ground floor, click on that. Now let's insert windows on these parts of our floor plan. Under window, let's change the dimensions to 900 millimeters by 900 millimeters. And for this part, type 1500 millimeters and click OK. Click on these points to insert your window, and click on this point to insert your window. And this is how it will look like. Let's move to the next step. And you're going to insert objects in our living room. Under design, click on object tool, and once you do that, this will pop up. At the top, click on this part, and then drop down to, now let's type at the top here, sofa, and you're going to select this type of sofa, and then click on this part. Under preview and positioning, type 0 and click OK. Click once in our floor plan to insert the object. Click on the object, right click, and select rotate. Let's move by dragging it to this point. Right click, click on move and drag. Click on object tool, and now let's insert a TV stand. Select that and click OK. Click on this point, click on your object, right click, and select rotate. Let's view our progress in 3D. And this is how our living room looks like so far. Let me rotate this TV stand by mirroring it, then drag it to that point, and that's how our TV stand looks like. The next step will be inserting a TV on top of our stand. Under design, click on object tool and select this TV. For this, type 400 millimeters and click on this point to insert your TV. Let's drag these objects to that point. Under design, drop down to object tool and type table, and you're going to select this type of table, insert it here, and let's view it in 3D. Let me adjust this, type 0, and this is how it looks like. The next step will be inserting a carpet on the floor. Type carpet, and you're going to choose this and type 0 and click OK. Click on this part to insert it, and then let's rotate it that point and adjust the size of our carpet. Right click and click on objects. Right click and click on display order, send backwards. Let me adjust the sofa and adjust the carpet. And this is how our carpet looks like in 3D. Now let's insert objects in our bedroom. Under design, drop down to object tool and type bed. Once you do that, drop down and select this type of bed and click OK. Click once to insert it in our floor plan. Let's rotate, let's drag it first and then rotate it. Position it there. Now let's view our progress in 3D, and then you're going to insert a wardrobe on that part. Click on ground floor. Under object, let's type in wardrobe. And you're going to select this type of wardrobe and then click OK. Insert it here. Let's extend it to this point, and then let's view it in 3D, and this is how it will look like. And that's how you insert objects in a floor plan. Now let's move to the next step, and you're going to insert a column in our floor plan. Under design, drop down to column tool, double click on it, and this will pop up. Under column, on your right side, type in those settings. Under positioning, these are the settings that you're going to enter. Select vertical. Under home story, select ground floor. So for this segment, type those settings. Under structure, under model, override surfaces, let's choose white rough stucco and click OK. Click on this point to insert your column. Let's drag it to this point, and then let's enter more settings. Click on that point and type 450 millimeters, and then drag it to that point. Let's view it in 3D. So that's how you insert a column in a floor plan using ArchiCAD. Let me adjust. Under column, select not linked and type -150, and for this type 2850 millimeters, and this is how it will look like.